Welcome to the Bruliam Wines 2022 Spring Allocation release. Brian has told me under no uncertain terms to not exceed 5 minutes of talking. So without further ado, let's get going. Of course, every spring release begins with the newly minted Rose of Pinot Noir. And if you loved my rosés in the past, the 2021 vintage will not disappoint. It's got wonderful aromatics. It's very, very lifted with candied ruby, grapefruit, passion fruit, and tropical notes. It's got a lovely length and a mid-palate pop of sort of a candied citrus flavor that reminds me of Sour Patch Kids or those candied lemon or grapefruit rinds that you get at Rocky Mountain Chocolate. It's really, really yummy, and it does have a wonderful acidic lift that will make it very food friendly with anything that you want to serve, whether you're standing around the barbecue having snacks or you're pairing this with a heartier grain salad, even grilled salmon, grilled chicken, and a veggie pasta. I'm loving the lifted aromatics and the pop of flavor on the 2021, and I know you will too. The other two Pinot Noirs that we are offering in the spring release are the Sangiacomo Vineyard Roberts Road and the Gap's Crown Vineyard. I think the 2022 release is especially exciting because it's such a portrait in contrasts between Sangiacomo Vineyard Roberts Road, which has that restrained Burgundian style with those, aromatics that are so redolent with earthy, loamy forest floor and crisp red fruit like pomegranate and cranberry. It's very food friendly, it's layered, nuanced, and a restrained style of Pinot Noir. I always joke that this is a wine that's winking over at Burgundy, winking over at Gevrey, and it is really, really delicious. And then of course the other neighboring vineyard is the Gap's Crown Vineyard, literally right next door, but with more elevation and southwest exposure. And because one of my blocks at Gap's Crown sits above the fog line, it gets a lot more sunshine and a higher intensity of wind. So the berries are smaller, the skins are thicker, and you're just extracting a lot more color and sunshine and fruit-forward berry aromatics. So it's a beautiful contrast and lesson in terroir, showing the things that are the same between the two Petaluma Gap Pinots: bright acidity, richness of flavor, and then the contrasts. So I start with Sangiacomo Vineyard Roberts Road because it is a more restrained style of Pinot Noir. Oh, that 2019 smells so good. It's got sort of some warm baking spices, some mace, the forest floor, and right in the middle is this sort of just pop of red fruit. It is so lovely. It's got a little bit of an herbal character, but just sort of like soft green herbs, maybe like the sage that you might use at Thanksgiving. Oh, it is so, so lovely. This is a perfect food wine because it is a little bit lighter in body. It's not gonna bludgeon your dish. It's gonna complement whatever you make. And I think it's great with everything from, if you're really sophisticated and you're going duck breast with a cherry gastrique, I think this would be great. If you're doing a grain salad with farro and sauteed mushrooms and that pre-cooked chicken from Trader Joe's, it would be fantastic. The Sangiacomo is incredibly versatile and so, so delicious. Okay, and if you're looking for that ripe, delicious California style that tastes like sunshine, the 2019 Gaps is the wine for you. It reminds me a little bit of the 2015 Gap's Crown Vineyard Pinot Noir, which again was a richly extracted, beautifully hued, and very sort of floral, black cherry, black raspberry kind of aromatic and flavor. Yeah, with a wonderful long finish. This has enough acidity and the mature, ripe tannins that keep this sort of on the tightrope between falling into just sort of all fruit and nothing else. But this really does have a beautiful long finish and acidity that keeps it food friendly, and it keeps it elevated, and it keeps it energetic. So I hope you enjoy the 3 offerings for our 2022 spring release. The Rose of Pinot Noir, the 2019 Sangiacomo Vineyard Pinot Noir, and the 2019 Gap's Crown Vineyard Pinot Noir. Thank you and cheers.